I'm here with Bright View Exteriors conducting a brittleness test on Mr. Ramadan's roof. Here I have a missing shingle already marked. I'll go ahead and show you guys. As you can see, missing shingle, and this shingle below has, as you can see, these are staples and not nails. So what I'm gonna do is, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen the shingles around my area of repair, see where it starts and ends, and go ahead and mark it. So I'm gonna start with this shingle above. So my shingle starts here. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it in pink so you guys can see the difference. And I'm gonna mark my outer areas of where this repair or brittleness test is gonna be. So 3 tab is always 3 across, so I'm gonna go 3 across. 1, 2, 3. My shingle should end here, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove these second ones. So my shingle ends here. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it in pink again. This tab next to it is completely gone. As you can see, this is out of my area of repair, so it will not be getting touched right now. So this is my area of repair. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. So this is my area of repair. Now I'm gonna go to the next row above and loosen that up. Shingles are very easily removed. So this one I'm going to loosen up just a little bit. Okay, now that I have that already done, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to number these tabs, the ones that will be manipulated. So I'm going to mark it over here to the side so we can test for granule loss or any issues that have happened during the repair. So that's 3. That's 4. This one's gonna be 5, 6, 7, and it's only gonna be those 7. I'm gonna see if you guys can see it. The lighting's a little bit iffy right now. So I have shingle number 1. This one had a pre-existing hit right there. So pre-existing damage already here. Shingle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Already all loosened up, and this is my outer line of repair. And this is the shingle next to it. The shingle was already wind damaged, as you can see. And if you can't tell, this shingle has staples as well. So I'm just gonna leave that one to the side. We'll fix that up in a second. But this is the one that I will be focusing on. Is going to be this shingle here. So all of these will be removed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the rest of these bottom ones right here, and we're going to start removing the staples. So for the staples, I like to use my claw. This is the tool I'll be using. Let me make sure you guys are still within frame. Okay, so here I'm going to start on this end right here under number 4. I'm going to work my way right to left. So here under 4 there is no staple. Here under 3 is our first staple that we're coming across right here. I'm only lifting the shingle enough for me to get these staples out. So these are a little bit trickier to remove. As you can see, this is my first staple. Now under tab number 2, I will come across my second staple. So as you can see, tab number 2, this is my second staple right there. I'll show you guys the holes from where I removed it. So here under tab number 4, there was nothing, no staple. It is completely loose. Now underneath the tab number 3, you can see the 2 holes from the staple that I removed. Under tab number 2, same thing, 1 hole, number 2 hole. And then under tab number 1, as you can see again, staple. Now I'll go to the next row above here on tab number 7. As you can see, staple. I'm not holding it up any more than where I will be nailing. So here, as you can see, staple. Number 6, staple as well. Number 7, 2 staples. Or sorry, 1 staple right here to the right. So now we'll be removing the next ones above. So here on number 7, I have my first staple on that second row. So this is my first staple, number 7. That totals out to staple number 3 total. So here on the tab number 6, I have my second staple on that third row. Second staple has been removed. Throw it up top. Now under tab number 5, I have my last and final staple. So here we go. Tab number 5, my final staple here. I'm gonna set my pry bar over there, and we should, in theory, oh sorry, I missed the staple under this number 1 tab. It's a little bit hot today, so my mind's not in the perfect place. It's one of those 100-degree days today. So here we go, my last and final staple, and as you can see, here we go, our missing shingle. And it's a little bit of mat transfer here on this back side of the shingle. I'll just toss that over to the side. And if you bear with me, I'm gonna grab my fresh shingle. Unfortunately, I don't carry any white shingles in my truck, so this black one's gonna have to do for this repair. So here, setting in my new shingle. So now I'm going to grab my nails. Instead of staples, I like to use nails because staples isn't up to our Maryland state code. So here I'm going to grab my fresh nails, as you can see. Now I'm going to begin nailing them in. Go with my first nail here to the left. This is how far up I have to lift up the shingle to be able to nail in the nail line. So this is nail number 1. Now I'm going to go over here again. This is how far I have to nail up. Nail number 2. I'm going to go underneath of tab number 3. This is how far I have to lift up to be able to nail. Now I'm going to go to tab number 4. This is going to be my final nail. This is how far I have to lift up. I'm going to be generous and put another one in the shingle next to it, since it does not have a staple or a nail. Now I'll go to the next row above. There's going to be 2 nails in this one. Since it's a split over here at the bottom, there's tab number 3 and tab number 4. There's a split between them. It's 2 separate shingles. Now I'm going in with my second nail. Now I'm going to go over to, this is tab number 6. And my final nail is going to be over here on tab number 7. This is my last nail. So now what we're going to do is, next to the area of my repair, I'm going to grab my chalk. I'm going to choose somewhere random over here, and we'll do a test square. So 3 tab is always 3 tabs over. 1, 2, 3. This is my 3rd tab over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my brush. So you can see it's a very soft bristled brush. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to swipe on the shingle. and there is no granules coming loose, as you can see. I'm even being a little bit aggressive with it, and no granules are coming loose. Now I'm going to go to my area of the repair, and as you can already see, there is a ton of granule loss. Oh wow, that is a ton of granule loss. So if I group them all together so you guys can see how many granules have came loose off of this roof, that's a big old pile. I'm going to go to this next row above. So that's a lot of granule loss just sitting on these two tabs. We're going to take a little bit of a closer look. And as you can see, there's a ton of granule loss that has happened up here, all throughout this shingle. Up here we have some cracking beginning to form on the outer edges. So this shingle is absolutely brittle, and as you can see just from me lifting up to nail right here, a ton of granule loss. Again, this is how far I have to lift up to be able to nail, and as you can see, this shingle is absolutely destroyed. Now if we go to the next row above, you can see the same thing. This is how far I have to lift up to nail, and you can see the same thing starting to form, cracking all throughout the shingle. Same thing with this one. A ton of granule loss. So this is a brittle test, so I'm going to write up here at the top, I'm going to write a B and a T for brittle test. And total is, out of 7 shingles, I'll say 4 have failed with cracking, and the rest are just granule loss. So here I'm going to put a C for cracking. 4 out of 7. And then for granule loss, I'm going to put a G and an L. We're going to do 3 out of the 7. So number 1 is failed, number 7 is failed, 6, 5, and 3 as well. So these are my failed shingles. As you can see, complete failure of a repair. And up here you can see all the staples that I removed out of the shingle.